Okay, so one thing you might be wondering is what makes one hypothesis a better explanation of the observations than another hypothesis? So we judged that the hypothesis that the house was burglarized was much better than the other hypotheses, that no other hypothesis was nearly as good. Um, or using here, I guess, the hypothesis that the house was burglarized, none of these three, the police came, the friends were playing a joke, meteor, none of these explanations were nearly as good as this one. Explanations of our observations. Why is that? That's what this video is about, okay? And um, so to learn that, we're going to learn what are called explanatory virtues. Explanatory virtues are just properties of an explanation or a hypothesis that make it a good explanation. And so we're going to talk about 4 of them. There's more, but these are just the 4 we're going to focus on. So the first one is called explanatory power. Okay? And something has explanatory power when it actually explains why the observations are true. Okay, so the hypothesis that the house was burglarized actually explains why valuables were missing and why the lock was broken. Okay, the hypothesis, explanatory power is just the most straightforward one. It's just saying it does explaining. Like, if somebody were to ask, why was the lock broken and the valuables missing? And somebody starts talking about, well, the sun is rising right now, and the grass is green. Okay, that just doesn't explain anything about your broken lock and valuables missing. So explanatory power is more of the most straightforward one, just whether it does explaining. Okay, number 2 is going to be called explanatory depth. And sometimes I'll just call this depth, rather than explanatory depth. Explanatory depth is says it doesn't lead to more things that need explaining. So take the police raid. The hypothesis that the police raided your house and took the valuables, it leads to so many other things that will need explaining, which is like, why would the police raid your house, right? Or like the book mentions, why wouldn't they leave a note for you? Why didn't they have a police officer waiting there to explain what happened? It just doesn't make sense. That's what